Hey guys, so today I'm going to be dyeing my hair finally. I know I've been saying I wanted to do this for so long, but I'm finally doing it. I do try to change it up with the dye that I use, so today's video is happily sponsored by Uberless. We are going to be using their Bond Sustainer today, and I guess I already showed you, in lilac. I know some people may be like, really, another like pastel, but hear me out. I actually haven't had purple hair in over 2 years. Okay, it's been a while. It's been pretty much pink, pink, gray, pink, blonde this entire time. I have been keeping up on my roots despite what I always say, I'll only do them once a year. After that whole root touch-up catastrophe after a year, I decided that I'm gonna touch them up for a while because I am still taking some more yellow parts out of like my hair in like this sort of region. So I've been very slowly but surely touching up those spots every time I do my roots. I want to give my hair enough time so it all doesn't just break off. So each time I will go over just a couple small spots for a very short amount of time whenever I do touch up my roots. However, I do, have, I don't know, a millimeter of roots. We're gonna deal with it today. You can barely tell. I feel like purple goes really good with roots too, even though these aren't really roots. So let's go over what this is. This is a semi-permanent color, but Uberless does make a bond treatment, and this has similar ingredients. The bond treatment is supposed to help regenerate broken bonds with nano emulsion technology. So it is a treatment as well as the color, and we both know that my hair needs as much help as it can get. Luckily, it is still pretty light. The bottom is definitely lighter than the top, kind of. The pink that I had, I swear you can almost still see like bits of it in the right light, but the bottom half is definitely a tiny bit lighter, a little bit more yellow up here, but I feel like it's still pretty light, so I'm confident that this can cover it. So here is in terms of color, and here is how my hair looks like in terms of health, I guess. I've been doing tons of masks, tons of treatments to it, and it's looking so much better than it had been. I'm sure at this point everyone has skipped past all of my babbling and just wants to see me put it on my hair, so that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna put on some gloves. So my boyfriend stole my mixing bowl. I dyed his hair gray. Actually, I didn't film it. I'm so sorry. I didn't film bleaching it either. It was more of just like a spur of the moment thing when I was doing mine, but I just went to go grab it and it has like caked on dye. So we're gonna just go straight out the bottle. Ooh, okay. Yep, that was almost a disaster. This looks super opaque so far, which normally I feel like you don't get with pastels. Especially, I mean, like, I don't usually use colors that are already light. Usually I will mix my own, so maybe that's the difference. I think this is gonna cover up all of my little bits of yellow and anything I have going on under here just fine. I did manage to get the prettiest curls in my hair though the other day. And of course I would do that the day before I'm going to wash my hair. If you were wanting me to dye my hair like a crazy color, like I don't know, say like sunset or something like that, don't you worry, I have another wig that I will be dyeing very soon. So we'll get all of our like craziness, like hair dye fantasies out on the wigs, not on like my hair. Professional over here. Watch out. Coming to take all your clients. It's, pretty late, as usual. And my boyfriend already fell asleep, as usual. And I bet when he wakes up, he's gonna have to do a double take because I don't think I told him I was gonna do this tonight. The consistency of this dye is so weird. It's like sticky almost. I've never, I don't want to say I've never seen that, but like, it's kind of cool. And by the way, I know it's technically color, okay, not dye, whatever, let me live. Sometimes I get asked like what's the best hair color that like fades out the best. Like a lot of people when they dye their hair like, I don't know, rainbow colors, they usually will, remove whatever color they have or just slap a color on top. but I know some people want to have it for like a summer and then like can't have it anymore. So in that case, I feel like the best color that fades out back to like a blonde is basically a pastel purple, a lilac, just because you know how blondes end up using purple to tone their hair. I just find that you end up getting like the most, I guess, like natural gradient back, because with blue, you know, you can end up with a whole mess of things. Blue like never comes out, so you're probably never gonna get your, you know, perfect blonde hair back after you do blue. But depending on which purple you use, you're gonna get like, you know, like your most intense purple and then a lighter purple and a pastel purple, and then chances are you're gonna get like a really, really light purple, and then it's probably gonna more look like you overtoned your hair. So maybe like a gray or like a white. Okay, so it is all through my hair now. This bottle looks a mess now. I do have to say it's kind of hard to get the dye out of these bottles because the dye is a little bit on the thicker side and the bottles are also on the thicker side. But if you pour it all out before you get dye all up on your hands, then you'll probably be good, but just saying. I was surprised because these bottles are quite small, but I needed about 2.5 to do my entire head. And I actually have a decent bit of hair now. Weirdly enough, somehow I was able to grow all of this from my own head. And then from here, you're supposed to leave it on like 20 to 30 minutes, but like the longer you leave it on, the more vibrant it should be. So I think I'm going to leave it on probably like 45 minutes to an hour, and then I will wash it out and I will check back in with you guys on how it looks. So far, I think that it's going to be like a dusty lilac color. It's light, but not like too light to where it's not going to show up. So yeah, I'm gonna go chill for a little bit and I will be back. Okay, and here is how my hair turned out. I did go ahead and, you know, just like slap on some makeup, curl my hair. I actually ended up falling asleep with it wet last night, which we all know is not a good idea. And it was like all super crinkled, but luckily I think I somehow got it not a mess. Here is all of my hair. Oh, see here, there's some of the crinkled mess. We'll just... It did come out a tiny bit darker than I thought it would, but I also ended up getting distracted watching an episode of House Hunters, and I left it on for like an hour. And they do say like the longer you leave it on and like the more times you use it, both of those can make it a lot more vibrant. But I do like this color. It's gonna fade super nice, I can already tell, because the bottom of my hair is, you know, more damaged. It ends up a little bit lighter down here, and so I imagine the rest of my hair will fade to a little bit of this more light color, which is totally fine with me. And my hair does feel really good. It felt so soft while I was like washing it out. So that's pretty much all I have for you today. If you want to see this makeup look, it will be on my Instagram soon. Let me know if you've ever tried a color from this line. I'd love to know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will hopefully see you next time. Bye!